Michael, stand before you now, not as a whisper, not as a fleeting sign in the shadows, but as the full voice of heaven that has been calling you day after day, and you must hear me now. I am not here to play with your time or to decorate your life with vague comfort. I am here with the weight of eternity pressing behind my words. I am here with the authority of the one who sent me, the God who formed you before you were even known, and he has placed his hand on my shoulder and commanded me to speak to you without delay, without sugarcoating, without pause. This is the moment you have been sensing in the quiet hours of the night, the moment when the message would no longer be hints or dreams but a direct, undeniable voice. Do not dare to turn away. Do not dare to ignore the trembling in your spirit right now, because it is not fear for the sake of fear, it is your soul recognizing that heaven has stepped into the room where you sit and that the unseen has become present, real, and urgent. God says to you now, this is your last warning before a turning point that will not wait. You have cried for signs. You have begged for clarity. You have asked him to show you what was hidden. This is the answer, but the answer comes with fire, with weight, with urgency, because heaven will not let you drift into the traps that have been set for you any longer. I know what you have suffered. I know what you have been accused of, what you have been lied about, what has been whispered behind closed doors by those who smiled in your face. I know the long nights when you thought no one saw you, when you thought even God had forgotten you. I know the faces you trusted who secretly wished for your downfall. I know about the woman who carried your name into the dark places, who thought she could exchange coins of betrayal for your destiny. I know the conversations, the messages, the schemes that were plotted, and I know how long heaven has held back its hand to give them a chance to turn, to repent, to undo what they have done. But heaven's patience has a line, and that line has now been crossed. God says, finally, what was hidden will be exposed, and you will see it with your own eyes. The waiting is over. The season of half-light is over. You are not crazy. You are not imagining it. The stirring in your spirit, the warning dreams, the strange coincidences, the sudden losses, the inexplicable delays, they were all the trembling before this moment, the shudder in the earth before the earthquake breaks the surface. And I, Michael, am here as the messenger who stands between what has been and what is about to break forth. Listen carefully, because this is not a game. The enemy of your soul wanted to convince you that God's voice was only ever soft and optional, that every message from heaven could be treated like a suggestion. But that lie ends now. This is not a suggestion. This is not an invitation you can casually decline. This is a command, a plea, a trumpet blast from the throne. I stand with my sword drawn, not against you, but against what has been said against you. I stand in front of you like a gate, and this is the last moment you have to walk through it willingly before the tide shifts forever. Heaven is not angry at you to destroy you. Heaven is angry at what has tried to destroy you. Heaven is angry at what has tried to steal your name, your destiny, your inheritance, your peace. God says, I will not allow them to write the last chapter of your story. I will not allow them to frame you for what you did not do. I will not allow the lies to stand as truth any longer. The evidence has been gathered. The sealed scroll has been opened. The angels have already begun moving to shift things in your favor. But you must align yourself now. You must stop hesitating. You must stop acting as though you have more time, as though the warning signs are only coincidences. They are not. This is real. This is happening. This is now. I know that reading these words, your heart is beating faster. That is not a panic attack. That is your spirit recognizing my voice, because you have heard me in your dreams, in your near misses, in your gut feelings, in the sudden inner nudges that saved you at the last moment. You have prayed to God asking, if this is real, speak to me in a way I can't ignore. This is that moment. This is me fulfilling that prayer. Heaven never wanted to frighten you, but heaven wants to rescue you, and sometimes rescue feels like urgency. God says, you have two paths in front of you. One leads to vindication, restoration, and a future more beautiful than the one that was stolen from you. The other leads to deeper entanglement with the lies and traps of those who do not have your best interest at heart. I am standing here as the signpost. I am standing here as the alarm clock at the final hour. I am standing here with the authority to tell you, it has to be now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. They tried to curse you. They tried to use your own picture as a weapon, to take it to a seer, to twist spiritual forces against you. They tried to write your name on papers that would limit you, exclude you, bind you. But they did not count on the fact that your name is also written on the palms of the one who made you, that your name is surrounded by fire when heaven speaks it. They cannot touch what heaven has sealed. And heaven is sealing you right now as I speak. Heaven is drawing a line around you that no darkness can cross. God says, you are not as vulnerable as you feel. You are not as alone as they have tried to make you believe. Even now, angels are standing at the corners of your room, at the edges of your path, blocking what was meant to harm you. But you must believe. You must respond. You must stop doubting the signs. You must open your heart to what I am saying, because the window is small, and once it closes, the next season will begin with or without your readiness. God's mercy has carried you this far. God's mercy has covered you even when you were unsure. But now God's justice is moving, and justice is swift. Do not be afraid. I am not here to destroy you. I am here to lift you. I am here to tell you that the news you have been waiting for is already on its way. The good news, the breakthrough, the reversal of fortune, it has already been dispatched. The letter has already been signed. The inheritance has already been released. But the battle in the unseen has been fierce, and part of why I am speaking to you now is because your agreement, your faith, your yes to heaven gives us permission to finish what we have started on your behalf. God says, speak yes now. Speak it out loud if you have to. Whisper it if you can't find your voice. But say yes to what heaven is offering you. Say yes to being rescued. Say yes to leaving behind what has tried to destroy you. Say yes to stepping into the new chapter even if you don't see every detail. Your yes is the key that opens the final lock. Do not think this is superstition. Do not think this is just words. This is a real exchange between your will and heaven's power. I know this message is long. It has to be long because your life has been complicated, because the web of lies around you has been thick, because the enemy has been relentless, because the time is short. I am speaking to you in waves, layer after layer, to break through the noise, to break through the fog, to break through the exhaustion that has been on you like a cloak. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are being summoned. You are being called. You are being chosen. This is your moment of exposure, not to shame you, but to expose the darkness that has been against you. This is the moment where heaven says, enough. Enough hiding. Enough lies. Enough delay. Enough theft. Enough manipulation. Enough fear. God says, I have heard your prayers. I have seen your tears. I have collected every moment of your pain. I have not been blind. And now I am moving. I, Michael, am telling you this with tears in my own eyes. Yes, angels can weep, not from weakness but from the fierce compassion of heaven. We weep when we see what you endure. We weep when we see how close you came to giving up. We weep when we see how you have been misunderstood. And we fight all the harder because of it. I am fighting for you now. This is not empty poetry. This is not manipulation. This is rescue. This is the sound of chains breaking. This is the sound of doors unlocking. This is the sound of heaven roaring over your life, saying, you will not be lost. You will not be forgotten. You will not be defined by what they tried to do to you. You will be defined by what I, the Lord, am about to do for you. God says, receive this. Believe this. Hold on to this. Do not let doubt snatch it from your heart as soon as you finish reading. Mark this moment. Everything changes from here. And as you read on, let the words sink deeper and deeper, because this is only the beginning of what heaven wants to pour into you. This is why I said it had to be now. This is why I said do not ignore me. This is why I warned you not to make me angry, not because I want to harm you, but because I cannot stand by while you slip past the rescue that has been prepared for you. This is love in its fiercest form. This is heaven intervening in your timeline. This is the sound of your story being rewritten. This is your turning point. This is your last warning before the dawn breaks, before the trumpet sounds, before the hidden is revealed. Open it immediately, not just this message, but open your heart, open your eyes, open your life, because heaven is here. I, Michael, speak now, not from the realm of men but from the breath of heaven itself. My voice rides on the current of eternity, coming to you at this exact moment, because the hour has struck, and it can no longer be delayed. This is not the echo of your own thoughts. This is not the whisper of ordinary dreams. This is the sound of a sword drawn from its sheath, the cry of a trumpet from the throne of the Most High. It is my call, and it is now. Do not tremble at the words, but open the inner chamber of your spirit, because everything you have wondered about, everything you have feared and hoped and prayed over, is converging into this single instant. The time for ignoring is over. The time for pretending you did not see is finished. This is the last warning before a change so vast it will eclipse all that came before. You have walked through nights when you thought no one watched you. You have whispered prayers into empty rooms thinking they fell into silence. But heaven has counted each breath, each heartbeat, each tear sliding down your cheek. I have stood at the edges of your bed, wings folded, waiting for the order to speak. And now the command has come. The Father has spoken, the Son has nodded, the Spirit has swirled around you like a wind, and the decree has landed in my hands. Tell you the truth before the final door opens. This is why I, Michael, come now. Do not imagine me as a far-off legend. I am as real as the blood in your veins and the air in your lungs. You know the tremor that rises in your chest when something important is about to happen? That is me. You know the sense that someone just entered the room though no one is visible? That is me. You know the moments when you look at a clock and see a number repeating, like a code? That is heaven's signal through me. All of it is converging now. This message is not a parable. It is a summons. The Father's eyes are on you because you are marked for a turning, for a revealing. There are things hidden in your life, hidden schemes, hidden plans, hidden blessings, and this is the hour when exposure begins. Some of it will shock you, some of it will relieve you, some of it will lift you to your knees in awe. But it will happen, whether you prepare or not. That is why I am urgent. That is why my voice shakes with command. Do you remember the dreams you have had, the ones you brushed aside as meaningless? The dream of the door with light spilling out but you were afraid to open it? The dream of a woman whispering a name you didn't know? The dream of standing at the edge of a cliff but a hand caught you? Those were not random. They were previews. They were heaven's way of preparing you for this very moment. And now, instead of a dream, I am speaking directly. I see the battles you've been fighting in secret, not just with people but with thoughts, fears, doubts, regrets. I know how heavy they've become, how they press on your chest when you lie down at night. I know how you've wondered whether God has abandoned you. He has not. He never has. But He has been waiting for this exact instant to break into your timeline with a word that will shift everything. That word is now coming through me. You have been observed by forces both light and dark. Some have tried to pull you down, whispering lies about your worth, about your future. Others have stood guard, keeping you from destruction even when you didn't know you were in danger. That is why you are still here. That is why, despite everything, you have breath in your body right now to read these words. Because heaven has preserved you for this moment of instruction. Listen carefully. There are people in your life who are not who they appear to be. Some wear masks of friendship but harbor envy. Some act indifferent but are secretly praying for your success. The Father is about to reveal them. Some of the revelations will hurt, but each one is a doorway to freedom. You must be willing to see. You must be willing to let go. You must be willing to step into the new place prepared for you. If you ignore this, the weight will increase. If you heed it, the chains will break. I do not come to terrify you, I come to prepare you. The sound of urgency in my words is not anger, it is the pulse of heaven's clock. We are seconds from a shift. When you hear me say, "Open this," I do not mean a paper envelope but the opening of your heart, your eyes, your willingness to act. Open now. Do not harden yourself. This is the last warning before the tide rises. You are being called into a higher place, not a place of pride but of clarity, truth, and provision. There is a blessing with your name on it, but it is wrapped inside obedience. There is a message waiting to reach you, but your hands must be open to receive it. That is why I stand before you now, wings outstretched, voice raised, telling you what no one else can tell you. Remember this, you are not alone. Even as you read these words, angels are around you. The room you are in is not empty. The air is charged with presence. If you close your eyes for a moment, you will feel a warmth on your right side. That is one of the guardians assigned to you. If you listen closely, you may sense a low hum. That is the frequency of heaven around you. All of it is meant to confirm that this is not imagination. This is real. I will continue to speak as long as you are willing to read, because the fullness of this message is vast. This is only the opening. The deeper truths, the names, the events, the exposures, will come as you keep receiving. Do not turn away now. Do not delay. This is the moment. God says this to you now with a voice that is not of ordinary air but of eternity, a voice that moves across the unseen and enters your heart without needing sound. In this moment, as your eyes find these words, heaven bends closer. The distance between you and the unseen world collapses because the message is urgent. Michael stands before you, not as a distant archangel carved into old stories, but as a living presence, burning with light and purpose, carrying the weight of the Creator's command. He says to you, do not be afraid of the tone, do not shrink from the urgency. The urgency is love disguised as warning. The words come sharp because the time is short, but within every word is the deep mercy of God, holding you safe, refusing to let you slip away into confusion or harm. This is not a punishment but a pulling back, a fierce embrace from the Father who sees what you cannot yet see. Heaven knows you have been through storms. Heaven knows how often you have prayed in silence, with tears no one else could see. Heaven knows how often you have questioned whether God was listening. Today you are receiving proof that the unseen listens to you. Michael himself has been sent as a messenger, as a living reminder that your life is not random and your prayers are not wasted. This message arrives at the very hour you are meant to read it because there is a turning point now, and the divine wants you awake and aware. God says you are not alone, even in the room where you feel most alone. Every breath you take is counted. Every fear you have is known. Every injustice you have endured is held in the palm of His hand. You are safe under His gaze, but you are also being awakened, and awakening can feel like an alarm ringing. Michael speaks to you and says, "Listen to me now. I am not here to frighten you but to protect you. I stand at the threshold of your life with a sword of light not to harm you but to cut away what is false, to shield you from the things that plot against your peace." The urgency you feel in these words is because some things move quickly in the unseen. Decisions are forming, events are aligning, and God wants you steady, praying, and trusting so that you are carried above the flood. Michael says you must not give up now. You must not think that you are forgotten. You must not walk away from the path that has been calling you back to prayer. Your future is not dark, though dark clouds may surround it. Inside the cloud is light, and inside the light is your name written in the hand of God. God speaks directly to you now and says, "I see the weight you have carried. I see the betrayals and the hidden words of others. I see the plans that were made in secret against you. I see the moments when you almost lost your hope. I see the tears you cried at night. And I am telling you that none of those tears were wasted. Each one is stored. Each one is a seed for restoration. You may not see it now, but everything you have endured is being woven into something powerful. You are not a victim of chance. You are being shaped for something greater, and this shaping is almost complete. This is why Michael comes to you with urgency, because the next chapter of your life requires you to stand, to listen, to trust, to open your heart fully. Michael continues to speak. He says, "There is a window opening for you. There are blessings waiting to enter your life that have been delayed by forces you could not see. The delay is over. But you must be ready. You must be aligned with the will of God, which means turning away from despair, from bitterness, from doubt, and standing in faith even when you cannot see. You must pray as though the answer is already arriving. You must forgive those who wounded you so that nothing clogs the flow of what is coming. Do not harden your heart now. This is the moment of softening, of surrender, of receiving. I stand guard over you. I stand between you and the harm that was intended for you. The warnings you are hearing are not threats against you, they are signals to prepare you, to alert you, to steady you. God says to you now, my child, you have feared losing everything, but I am the one who holds everything. You have feared being abandoned, but I have never abandoned you. You have feared that your prayers went unheard, but I have been answering in ways you could not yet understand. Today is the day you are meant to know that you are chosen to survive what others said you would not survive. You are chosen to rise where others expected you to fall. You are chosen to carry light where others only see darkness. And because of this calling, I send Michael to you now with urgency, not to terrify you but to strengthen you. This is a sacred summons, not a threat. Michael speaks again, you are safer than you think. The shadows that frighten you are illusions compared to the power that protects you. Your name is spoken in the courts of heaven. Angels are assigned to your path. The places where you will walk have already been prepared. The people you are meant to meet are already being moved into place. The provision you need is already forming, even if you cannot see it yet. Your only task now is to trust and pray. Trust like you have never trusted before. Pray like you are already answered. Speak life over yourself. Refuse to agree with despair. Stand in the authority God has given you. When you do this, no curse, no plot, no hidden enemy can prosper against you. God says, I know the secrets that were kept from you. I know the faces that smiled at you while hiding harm. I know the words spoken in dark corners. And I am telling you that I am exposing what needs to be exposed, I am revealing what needs to be revealed, and I am protecting you from what you are not yet ready to know. Trust me. The things you fear losing are safe in my hands. The things you thought would destroy you will become testimonies of how I delivered you. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be for this message to reach you. Michael says, as you read these words, feel the weight of heaven's hand on your shoulder. It is not heavy to crush you, it is heavy to anchor you. Feel the calm rising inside you even though the words are urgent. That calm is the sign of the Holy Spirit confirming to you that this is for you. You are being given instructions for your safety and your destiny. Pray more deeply, forgive more fully, release your fears, step into faith, and watch as things shift. The time of being hidden is ending. The time of stepping into your full calling is beginning. God says to you finally, nothing will go wrong with you as you trust me. The danger you sense is not greater than my protection. The unknown you fear is not greater than my plan. I am with you in the midnight hour. I am with you in the daylight. I am with you in the room where you read this. I am with you in the dreams that scare you. I am with you when you feel abandoned. My hand has never left you. My love has never wavered. My angels are not leaving. You are surrounded. You are safe. You are called. You are being lifted. Trust me. Pray to me. Speak to me. I am listening. And Michael ends by saying, this is your moment. Do not ignore it, not because harm will strike you but because blessing is knocking. Open your heart now. Lift your eyes. Breathe. Pray. Say yes. God will be with you, rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you, you are safe, you just have to trust G.